25 years before now, in the ancient Akashi kingdom, the king of the land decided to go into history as the only king that married two sisters from same mother. He married Ihoma after marrying Wakego. Then the two women became pregnant at the same time. Nwakalo, the seer, foresees that the first wife will deliver a girl, and the second, the boy that will inherit the throne. That information becomes a seed of discord in the heart of the first wife. The climax is a detailed plan to kill the boy at birth, and everything became complicated.
I came to look into your face and for you to assure me one more time that you're committed to this deal.
Your Majesty, I am not just the man of Abadani. I am the prince of that land. We have a glorious reputation. We don't make empty promises. I assure you we are in this together, and I am committed to that promise.
Thank you, Prince Chikwere. Do extend my profound gratitude to your father for allowing you to do this. I'll go back to Akachi Kingdom and continue preparing for your arrival. The gods will be with you.
And be with you also, Your Majesty.
This place reminds me of a whole lot of things. Each time I come here, I come to relax and point out my life as a princess and a woman.
My princess, you are getting married. To me, that is big. You should think more on that.
And why would you want me to think about it?
Because it is indeed a glorious experience that you are not just getting married to just anyone, but to the Prince of Agbadani.
And to think that the princess was not even thinking of marriage. That makes it more glorious.
And you maidens are just thinking wild. It means you don't even know me.
My princess, we know you. Understand we are happy for you. So happy!
This is a Bengene. A sacred place here in Abadani. What are we doing here?
I am happy you know it is a sacred place. I equally want to believe you know what we do here. We bring people here to talk sense into them.
What did you just say?
When a father wants to talk some sense into his child, he brings that child here in Ebengene. For it is believed that whatever that child fails to accept here will never be accepted anywhere.
Wait, Ogudike. Are you by any means trying to insult me by calling yourself my father? And what useless sense are you trying to talk into me?
That princess we are planning to go and marry. Can't you cancel that long journey and settle for a beautiful maiden here in Agbadani? Why do we have to embark on such a dangerous journey just because of a woman?
It is obvious you're not cut out for this journey. I think you're not comfortable with it. It's fine, you can exempt yourself, no problem. But I must go on this journey. For the princess is my life. And this is the last time I'll have this discussion.
I came to call you that the jewels were around. And you said you were coming. Why did you wait until they left before coming?
Mother, I cannot remember telling you or anyone that I need a new set of beads. I already have enough in my room.
Kasemobi, you are getting engaged. Not just to any other person, but the Prince of Abadani. You need new set of beads for such occasion.
That event is not going to be one-off occasion. Father already told me his plan and I am okay with it. the engagement would not be sealed on my birthday.
What plan?
The prince will stay for some weeks to enable us know each other well. On that note, I would not be needing new set of beads, mother. Please.
Talk to me, my friend. What is going on with you? I have never seen you this down and out.
I'm fine. I mean, why shouldn't I be? The princess has grown into a
beautiful and elegant woman that every man will be happy to have. Yes. And that is why Prince Chikwere is so lucky to have her as his wife.
Is he really good for her?
You ask as if you don't know that much yourself, Your Highness. And you should be happy. Her Highness is protected all the days of her life. Of which I speak. I heard Prince Chikwere will be coming tomorrow.
Yes. Father believes the princess has to meet with him, so they can get acquainted before the marriage.
That's good. That's very good. Igwe Ezudo is not just a wise king, but also a loving father. Yes.
Yes, he is. But I still don't understand what he sees in that half-baked prince of a man. That has made him still want to consider his proposal. And my sister, she's with father in this. And that kills me.
It kills you to know that she's leaving the palace and the kingdom soon. I can understand the jealousy.
As a woman born in a palace, you are born into wisdom.
And you are expected to exhibit that wisdom at all times. No matter the insult from ordinary people, do not ever descend to their level.
I'm fine. And the ghost was just a dream.
Announce my presence to the princess of Akachi. Tell her Prince Ugonna, the bride of the king, is here to see her.
Sorry, my prince. The princess is not in.
She's not in?
Yes.
Are you lying to me? Listen, you better halt that order she gave you in order to keep me away from her chamber. Because it will not work. Now go in there and tell her I want to see her.
I'm speaking the truth, my prince. She left this morning with the other maidens.
To where?
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
Yes.
You. That always cluster around her like a bee. And yet you don't know where she is. You?
Son?
Your Majesty.
Greetings, mother.
I was at your hut looking for you. Where were you? Here?
I'm just arriving.
Son, you're not supposed to be here. You should have sent your servant. And
Mother, I came to see my sister.
But you...
Why say that, mother? She's my sister.
Right, she is. And I am happy you accommodate her.
And she's your daughter too. So why are you...
This is not the right place to have this discussion now.
But we're already having it.
I will not discuss this with you. You go to the boundary to welcome Prince Chikwelo, right?
Yes. That was what I actually came to tell the princess. But unfortunately, she sneaked out.
Don't bother, son. Go on the errand His Majesty sent you to.
It's becoming clearer and more vivid than before.
Yes.
Were you able to see his face this time?
No. Not his face. No. Neither the face of the man who stabbed my father. He came in like a masquerade. Startled me and I took off. Before I could get back to my senses, he had already stabbed my father and was leaving. My father died right in my presence in that dream. Nimbichi, something is not right.
I wish I could tell you it was just a dream. But unfortunately, it isn't. And it is obvious. Igwe and Lolo don't know yet.
Nimbichi, how do I tell my father that I've been having persistent nightmares? How do I tell him that I had a dream where someone stabbed him? Someone that I could not even see his face. Father said you were going to the boundary to receive the Prince of Abadan.
And shall I take that to mean you're excited about the planned event?
Are you not excited? Why then are you traveling all the way to the boundary to receive him?
Just to obey Father. You know I obey him always. But you can stop this. Why not stop it?
What if I see this prince and I like him?
You will like a murderer? A man who has killed your people?
Well, I do not have anything to say to you. Let this animosity that I see in you remain in you. Do not force it out. If you dare as little as touching a strand of his hair, I will crucify you. And as you know, you have more to lose than I do.
Finally, we are here, in another kingdom, a foreign land, the land of that princess that has outshined all the maidens in Agbadan in the eyes of their prince.
Just so you know, Ogudike, I am not yet engaged to that maiden, so I don't get why you're talking off point.
But you are here to see her, right?
You see, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I will. I am doing this on my father's term, because he says it has something to do with the prosperity of both kingdoms. But then again, I'm not agreeing to it. I'm not sure.
I can see you're ready to go.
Yes, Mom.
Yes. May no evil cast their shade on you. May the benevolent spirits of this land lead and bring you back. As long as there are markets on this land and other lands, you will continue to sell all the things you take to the market. You are good to go, my son.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much for the prayers.
Oh.
Okay, Mama.
Ijoma.
Thank you.
Finally, it seems like your charms on him have finally broken loose. And my son is now on his right senses. Hey!
Mama, your food is ready. Let me go get it for you.
Your food. Your food. Bye-bye.
So much for a formal welcome from Akachi Kingdom.
Forgive my manners. The palace of Akachi is not exactly here at the boundaries of Ogulubo, you know.
I know, Prince Ugonna. Good to see you again. The last time we saw was on a battlefield.
Yes. And if I can recall, we both lost more than we bargained for.
I don't think I'm here because of the praises they sing of Akachi. This union hopefully will restore peace between both communities.
Believe me when I say I don't fancy the idea of having you or your kinsmen in my kingdom, let alone be my in-law.
Same here.
But I just have to take the risk. For my kingdom and for my people.
Your land needs Abadani more than we need you.
I don't care to know who need each other the most. All I know is we need each other to survive the numerous threats from our enemies, both far and near. And also the harsh weather. So, if we are done here, which I believe we are, shall I take the prince of Abadani and his men to the warmth and safe comfort of the palace of Igwe Zudo?
Very well. We've been here all day waiting.
All right then.
It's so strong. It's can be repaired.
Don't worry, you'll be fine, okay?
It's so strong. He's right. You'll be fine before they arrive. It's just a sprain.
But it looks awful, Father. Yes, it's just a sprain, like you said. Not a sword wound.
The young man saved the day for us. Speaking of, where is he? Go and stop him from leaving the palace until I see him.
Yes, Your Highness.
I was halted on my way out, and they said the order was from you. Did I do anything wrong, Your Majesty?
No, there's no problem, my dear. I just asked after you. You saved the day for us.
What I did, Your Majesty, was too basic to warrant a royal invitation. Anybody could have done the same.
And then leave his market? And then carry the princess all the way back to the palace? Not just that, treat her too. No, I don't think so.
Your Majesty, you're making it sound as if I have done a huge favor.
Of course you have. And you must be rewarded for it.
Your Majesty, that is not necessary. I
will buy up all your goods. I'll buy your goods. All of it. Everything. At least that will save you from not going to the market. Today, And then you spent all the time with my daughter. But Lola is here. That's my beautiful wife.
It is, Your Majesty.
Lola, please sit.
Okay, Your Majesty.
These are nice. They are beautiful.
Thank you.
You're the one selling them?
Yes, for now, Your Majesty, but it is my wife's business. I'm just helping her out.
They are nice. Your Majesty, everything, but...
Yes, you just said that they are nice. And that they are beautiful. We should buy everything. I mean, it will help encourage our people. Not just that, it will boost the economy of this kingdom. Young man, we will buy everything. Okay?
Thank you.
And one more thing, I would like to see you in the evening. I will appreciate it if you come.
What would I be doing?
Well, it's actually my daughter's birthday, and since you were the one who saved her, why not? Your presence will be appreciated.
Thank you very much. It's an honor, Your Majesty. But if I have to go and come back, I will have to come with my wife. I don't know if that is...
Why not? It will be appreciated. Come with her.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty.
It is an honor and a delight to finally meet the famous Igwe Ezudo of Akachi Kingdom. This time, not on a battlefield.
Oh, and it will never get to shedding the blood of any beloved ones again.
You say...
Welcome to Akachi Kingdom.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you, Your Majesty. My father, Igwe Akuchebe of Abadani, has gifted you this. In honor of the friendship that has existed between both communities this few years, and in the hopes that it remains so forever.
That is very thoughtful of him. The effigy of Abadani magical mask.
Exactly.
Wow! This is the greatest gift the king of Abadani will ever give to anyone. I am indeed impressed to see that your father wants the masquerade spirit of Abadani to equally protect me.
It's an honor that you actually accepted this gift.
Oh, today is that lovely day when we remember the birth of my daughter, the princess. And it is good that this is happening during this occasion.
Yes. It will be a delight to see her. The paragon of beauty of Akachi Kingdom.
Well, she's my daughter, but she stole my heart the very first day I set my eyes on her. She is a beauty to behold.
Indeed.
Indeed, I make bold to state that any man who has her as wife will be the happiest man in the world.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Your Majesty. Okay. Do I look okay to you, Waima?
Your Majesty, I don't know. But you must have to go this one. It is an exception. This occasion will not be complete for the princess if you are not there.
You know why I hate this day of the year, Waima. This day is like a knife pierced into my heart, and it remains there. Each year this day comes up, the hole gets deeper, and so does my pain and my tears. It's not because I lost Ihoma. It's actually the day I lost my husband. Have you asked why the king celebrates Kassie's birthday on this day, when he does not even remember when the prince, the heir to the throne, was born?
Your Majesty.
He commemorates the prince's birthday, but in truth, is the day he spends with the love of his life in Wama. I hate it so much. Have you asked why he named my daughter Kassie Mobi? He made my daughter Ihoma's daughter.
Your Majesty, you were the one who willingly gave out the princess.
Because each time I look at my daughter, I see Ihoma. Every minute she breathes, it's as if Ihoma breathes around me. I hate it so much. I gave him a prince, and yet he does not appreciate me. But a dead woman, a dead, forgotten concubine. I'll get rid of her and get my heart back.
Then, were you the one?
It was easy to convince the king than I thought. He said it would be a good strategy to end the feud that have existed between the two kingdoms for years.
No, you didn't. You did not. So it was your idea. You were the one that sold that stupid idea to father. How could you do that, mother? That is Agbadani. Not even Umudike or any of these peaceful kingdoms around. How could you offer your own daughter as a sacrificial lamb? Mother, she is your blood. Son, you hate her. You've always hated her. But I never thought it would get to this level where you give her out just like that. Do you even care how lonely she will be? All her life, mother. In a land that certainly hates her with animosity. Mother, do you know how many of their people we killed in that war? And you just think. You think they'll just forget about it like that?
Do not let your heart wander. What I did is best for all of us.
Best? Best, you say? She isn't a threat, mother. She never was. She is the woman that She is my sister. And you have no right to do that to her life.
Mother, I am ready. Your Majesty, what will you do? We have a function to attend, and that is what I will do.
I have never liked your people. Now that I have heard how you got here, I hate you the more.
I cannot boast of knowing what you are thinking. The truth is, I will become engaged to your sister if the gods permit. She will become my wife. And you will have no choice than like and appreciate me as a brother-in-law.
That day of your birth was the saddest day in my life. I thought I had lost everything. Until your tiny little face came smiling into my sad face as I held you. Then your tiny little fingers lifted up, touched my cheeks. When I felt that touch, I realized I had not lost everything. Instead, I had gained something beautiful. I thank the gods for that day, for sending you into my life. And I pray that you will have success the remaining days of your life.
I stand on the protocol already established by your father, the king, to join everyone in celebrating this very special day of yours when you were born. You are indeed a paragon of beauty. And I have this special gift for you. It is a gift from me to you.
Thank you. Can I open it?
Of course.
A dagger?
Yes. I learnt you're good with swords, though I don't know how true it is. This was made by Onodugo, the best blacksmith in my land. It is for your self-defense, and it can cut into anything. Do you like it?
Of course I do. What a thoughtful gift from you to me. People may not believe this, but this is the best gift I have ever received. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you okay, my princess?
Yes, I just remembered an occasion where I could have used this. I like it. Thank you.
I am glad you like it.
Chilodam, go and tell the palace cook that it is time for my guests to be served the best of food and the best of our wine.
Okay,
What are you doing? Get your hands off me. What is your problem? I am your senior in this palace. Don't always forget that.
And I am certain you should not also forget that I am the prince in this palace.
I am the princess, the Ada of this family. No man, not even you, has the right to touch me without my express permission.
You used to love it, princess. You used to love me touching you. You loved me holding you. And now I can't. Why? Is there some kind of plague in me that makes you run away from me every time?
I allowed you to touch me because you were my brother.
And I am still your brother
My brother who is possessed. Ugona, until I have my brother back, please. I repeat myself, don't ever lay your hands on me.
Listen, you cannot run away from me.
Let me go, Ugona. You are hurting me.
You heard, mother. She's ready to offer you as peace offering. And are you ready to go on with this alliance? Then be with me.
me go. Let me go.
You're mine. And you're going nowhere. And I'm ready to fight any man who dares take you away from me. The Prince of Agbadani and even their king.
Kuna, have you gone crazy? You cannot have me. This is an abomination. Not just here, but everywhere.
I don't care.
We are not just from the same man. We are from the same woman.
I don't care. And yes, I have gone crazy. For you. I repeat myself. I am ready to fight anyone, including the gods. For you. I love you. I love you, and even the powers in the air know that. And no one will take you away from me. Let that sink.
I see I am not the only one mesmerized by the princess's beauty.
I am not.
You weren't? And you said all those things you said about her yesterday at the royal introduction before everybody?
Okay, fine. She's indeed a beauty to behold.
That explains why you couldn't take your eyes off her.
I wasn't staring at her. And I did not at any point wish to ever have her on my bed naked.
Really? You even went that far?
No, not really. A bit, but that's nothing. I am sure everybody in Akachi is dying to have her.
And I am sure their men are also wishing you dead for coming to steal their precious spear.
I don't intend to die fighting for her.
3 years is a long time.
I know.
Your Highness.
Ogudike, I'm sure you know we're going to stay here for long. I want you to start getting used to it. So now you get up, go about and plan the day and see what we can do.
My prince, we are guests in this land. We are not here to do anything. Just to eat the best of their food, drink the best of their wine, and wait for the princess to make a decision.
Let's be fool each other, for love conquers.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Are you certain this is the same knife?
Nimbechi, I am very certain.
Then this is not good at all.
That is why I came to you. I am scared. I am very scared, Nimbechi. What should I do?
You must tell His Majesty.
What? No, I won't mention this to the king.
Princess, it is his life.
Yes, I know, but
there are no buts, princess. It is your father's life.
You must tell him, so at least you could consult with the Ezemo who will talk to the gods to provide solution to this problem before it happens.
Greetings, my princess.
Greetings, Suwapi. Longest time.
Yes, it's been long indeed.
Last time I heard you went to your maternal place to see your grandmother. How is she?
Oh, she's fine. She's very, very fine.
We thank the gods.
You can say that again. The gods are indeed faithful to us, and we can't stop thanking them. I have to leave now.
Uwape, this is unlike you. You don't usually leave the palace without the prince. This is odd.
My princess, I rather we talk about the prince of Ramadan, not the prince of our land.
Why? What do you have to talk about him?
My princess, what is this arrangement? Is that the change your father promised to bring into our marriage system? How come a man that wants to marry a woman comes to live with her? I don't understand.
Uwape, you are going too fast. I don't even know what you were talking about.
Greetings, and you are?
Awulinka, one of the maids attached to the princess.
Oh, Angolika. Nice name. How's the princess?
Oh, she's
so strong.
Prince Chikwere, what are you doing in my hut?
First of all, I came to announce to you that I felt the same kind of peace I feel when I sleep back in my chambers at Abadani. You see, each time I sleep outside my abode, I hardly sleep peacefully. But last night I slept like a baby and peace remained with me all through. It was as if I was sleeping in my abode at Abadani.
I don't know what you want me to say, but I am happy for you.
Thank you. I'm thinking of going into your forests to hunt. You know, hunting is one of the things I like to do. So I came to seek your blessings.
I am confused here. Do you need my blessings to go for hunting?
Princess, in our Abadani, the blessings of a woman in power is held in high esteem.
Okay, you have my blessings then.
Igwe, it is with concern. Worries. We, the Council of Elders, have come to see you.
Worries?
Yes, Your Majesty. Worries. We cannot keep pretending that all is well when it is not. For an elder must not sit at home and watch the mother goat deliver in theaters.
You can say that again.
Igwe, the coming generation will not forgive us if we allow it to be reported that we did nothing when things went from bad to worst in our land.
Chidika, these parables are dragging for too long. Can someone be lenient enough to present this problem properly? I mean, I will appreciate it.
Okay. Your Majesty, it is about the royal alliance between our own princess and the prince of Abadani. Don't you think it is bad to have an alliance with the people of Abadani? Considering our historical relationship with them, it has not been pleasant, Igwe. It has not.
Yes, Your Majesty. From time immemorial, Abadani Kingdom and our people have never had any pleasant relationship. How can we now form an alliance with them with something as cardinal as the marriage of the princess?
Oh, Your Majesty, in the forthcoming Elomo festival, how do we face our ancestors? What do we tell our wives and children who have lost their sons, fathers, brothers, cousins, and friends to the same Abadani people?
Huh? Igwe, even as we speak right now, our youths are agitating badly just because the prince of Abadani is here with us.
Your Majesty, all that we are saying is for the king to reconsider his decision of marrying off our princess to Abadani Kingdom.
My fellow elders, you have spoken wisely, and I believe that what has been said here is the mind of all of us. But have we considered that the person that is in more pains here than happiness is His Majesty? It is his daughter that is going to be married off to a foreign land.
But he is doing all this for the sake of peace.
He is doing all this for peace to reign between the two kingdoms.
I believe we should give him all the support he requires of us. Thank you. My elders, I have heard and understood your worries. But let me ask you this question. Is there any joy in living like cats and dogs with your neighbors? What would it profit us
to live like enemies with our neighbors when we have an opportunity to restore peace?
Oh.
Why have enemies when you can have friends?
God bless you.
I want us to live in peace with our neighboring kingdoms. That was why when the law brought up this idea, I embraced it and decided to work with it. If the people of Abadani are not interested in this peace, do you think they will allow the prince come to this kingdom, let alone spend some time here? Think of it.
From our observation so far, I'm not sure the prince, your brother, is so happy with the visiting prince.
Not just the prince, practically all the men in our land, they are not happy with his visit. I wonder what his offense is.
He has not committed any offense. The men are just being jealous, and I can understand why. They don't want their princess to be married out to a foreign land.
And that brings me back to the question I had always wanted to ask you. Are you sure you're really ready to be married off to another land?
Did you really expect me to answer that question?
My princess, yes. The visitor prince has returned with a giant antelope and is telling everyone that he got so lucky because we blessed him.
Your Majesty, based on our discussions so far, it is clear that your wife, the Lolo, initiated this move.
Exactly what I said. Don't you think that it is the woman who bore the child that is in a better position to know who the child can live with?
Oyeze, why are we not security conscious as men? Women do not go to war, but men. Why must we adhere to the sentiment of a woman and push our men to war?
Igwe, should I understand this to mean that our men are now afraid of war? No. Why are we silent? Why are we staring at one another?
Yes, we are surprised, Your Majesty. We are surprised. If you are sure what your wife suggested could lead us to war, why are we not avoiding it already?
Oh.
Why?
My fellow elders in council, please let us not overflow this matter. In the king's address, he mentioned his pursuing peace. I feel that we all should pursue that peace, please.
I bow myself in greetings before the elders in council.
We greet you. Why do you look like there is a problem?
The visiting prince of Agbadani, with the blessing of the princess, went hunting and killed a giant antelope. I want to know if you are the one that permitted him to hunt in our forest.
Mugona, if I gave my approval for him to be here, certainly he has my approval to hunt. Now, go and tell the palace cook to prepare that animal immediately. Let him cook something delicious. I am sure that my elders in council will be delighted to have some of it.
Elders of Akachi Kingdom, why do you seek the gods on such blessed day of Olu?
Ezemo, the toad does not run during the daytime just for nothing. Something great is about to happen, and that is why we are here, to seek directions from the gods.
I know exactly what you speak of, Ichie Ekanyao. I know your fears, troubles and concerns. But it was in your presence that he ordered for the preparation of the meat.
for the entertainment of himself and for his elders in council. You all stayed back and enjoyed the meal that was prepared with the meat. Why then didn't you complain?
We tried to complain, but he wouldn't listen.
I look at you and I see men with two faces. You cannot speak before him. But once it turns back, you gain your tongues. You eat and dine with him. But once he leaves, you speak evil against him.
Why are you talking like this, Ezebo?
We did
There is no tangible reason, Jedika.
Your only reason is that you are against the princess getting married to the prince of Abadan. Just because you want your son to get married to her. You have always wanted a position greater than a position of Onowu in this kingdom.
That is not true. That is not true, Ezemo.
Only the gods see the heart. And whatever they tell me, I say. Ichi Okonkwo, you have turned your house into a competition ground amongst your 3 beautiful daughters. Just because you want one of them to end as Lolo in this kingdom. But let me tell you something. There is no road on that path you have taken. I will advise you to allow those young men that come to seek their hand in marriage to have them while they are still ripe for marriage.
That is my family affairs. You don't have to make it public.
Truth is bitter, isn't it? Elders of Akachi, the gods are well pleased with the king's decision. They are all in support of this alliance. And the forthcoming Ilomo is promising, as far as the gods are concerned.
Ezemo, are you sure of what you are saying?
Are you questioning the mouthpiece of the gods?
No, I am sorry, Ezemo. We are only trying to be sure before we give our support to the king.
Greed had always been the reason. We are having problems with the people of Abadani. But if you let go of your greed, things will be better for all of us.
Your Majesty.
Ihuoma? Wakengo, what are you doing here?
Your Majesty, what troubles your heart? What is the problem? When you left to see the Igwe a while ago, you seemed happy. And now, Your Majesty.
25 years. 25 whole years. I waited for 25 years for him to accept me in his heart. 25 whole years!
Your Majesty, please calm down. Please.
Isn't that enough? That I shared my husband with my sister? A concubine! I share my husband with a dead woman!
Your Majesty, honestly, you're getting me confused. I don't understand it.
He hasn't gotten over her. He keeps remembering her every minute of the day.
Your Majesty, please calm down and...
He calls her name even when he sleeps. Does it look to you as if I want to calm down? How can I calm down?
Do not be afraid, my daughter.
Come and sit.
are you? I am the one you are supposed to come see tomorrow.
You are the reason why of Nisan Mary. What are you doing here? How did you get into this place? Who allowed you in?
The woman who can send the air on an errand can as well pass through it. I came because I have a message to deliver to you.
A message?
Thousands of questions run through your mind. Nothing must be altered. It must happen according to the way the gods have planned it. Because that's the only way to get rid of this kingdom's misfortune.
I don't understand.
Blood must be spilled, princess, but it is for good.
Are you saying that my father must die? I do not want to lose my father.
It can be anybody. Do not, out of fear, alter the salvation that is coming to Akachi land.
I still don't understand.
Do not alter the future. Don't play smart, because you are not wiser and smarter than the gods.
What exactly did she do to my husband that after a long 25 years, he's still thinking of her? What did she do?
Father.
My princess.
Father, you look so stressed and worn out. Let me massage you. So tell me, how has your day been going?
Good. You know, I just finished a meeting with the chiefs. The Ilomo festival is around the corner.
Father, after this festival, you must take some rest. At least stay away for a while from this political stress and worries. You need it.
My princess.
Yes, Father.
It's been there for a time before. My father, my grandfather, and my great-grandfather all went through it. You know, the Ilomo festival is the only time we get to expose the Ofo Akachi for prayers. So, it's my duty, and I'm not complaining.
Nani, is everything alright?
Ilichi, how are you?
Nani, I'm fine.
Omura and his wife, where are they?
Omura, my son, went to visit his friend. And the other person, I have no idea where she has headed off to.
Very well. Ilichi, we have to talk.
Nani, madam, you sound troubled.
I am troubled. I am troubled. All is not well.
Nani,
You are scaring me.
It is time.
Time for what?
Onwura has to know. We have to tell him the truth. I know. I understand that look. But I wouldn't be here if my late brother, your husband, hadn't insisted.
My husband? Nani, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Elechi, it is time the rightful owner of the mask regains his mask. No matter how they try to take care of it, they cannot take care of it like the rightful owner of the mask.
No, Nani. No! I cannot! I cannot lose my son.
He is not your son.
Nanyamura is my son. I brought him home. I nurtured him. I raised him. He sees me and knows me as his mother.
He is not your son. And you are not his mother either. Elechi, you must learn to accept the truth. For how long are you going to continue covering the truth?
Nanyumade, I am not covering up the truth. The truth is, Onwura is my son.
We made a promise to that woman that we shall tell him the truth on the 16th birthday. We did not. Now, this year marks his 25th birthday. We are not telling him the truth. Why? We cannot continue keeping him dark. My late brother appeared to me in my dream last night, and he insisted that we must bring his identity to limelight. And that decision is yours. And it must be now.
Oh, greetings, Your Highness.
Greetings, Samura. What are you doing here?
I came on the request of the Igwe. He wanted some bushmeat, so I brought it to him.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It seems you're going out of the palace.
Yes. I am going on a stroll with Prince Chikere. I wanted to show him our land.
Okay.
Would have asked you to come with us, but I am certain that your jealous wife would not allow you to stroll with us.
I don't know why you would say a thing like that. I would have loved to, but I have a lot of things to do at home. And trust me, my wife is not responsible for that.
Who are you?
Greetings, Your Highness.
Is that your name? Greetings.
No, I was just trying.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I am Onwura Wezite, son of Onukube. I am a hunter. And
what business do you have with my sister?
Prince, I think I will be in a better position to answer that question. And the answer is, he is my guest. And that is all you need to know about him.
How dare you? How dare you talk to me like that?
And how dare you interrogate my guest like that?
I don't know what this is all about. But I really don't want to be the reason of this, please, my princess. I beg to take my leave.
What was the meaning of that? Why will you talk to me like that in front of a commoner?
What is wrong with you? What has come over you? Why did you start using careless words on people? Why would you call a free man of this land someone who just introduced himself to you a commoner?
Because that is what he is. He is a commoner. And let that sink into your head. Big sister.
Ugona, stay away from me. Stay very far away from me.
Why are you always asking the impossible? I can't stay away from you because I love you. And that visitor from Agbadani cannot change it. I love you even more than he can ever love you.
Oh, Gona, tell yourself the truth. You don't love me. You are just fooling yourself. You better get hold of yourself, else you will be crippled.
And where does it look like I'm going? I'm going after that snake that has taken away my sister.
But Your Highness, that is just as true.
Does it look like I care? I'm only concerned about what that idiot is about to do to my sister.
Prince Ugonna, you are jealousy. You know, sometimes I wonder if you would be able to allow the princess leave immediately her marriage right is being paid.
You're right. I won't. And I will see to it that that marriage does not hold.
You see, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way for my sister.
You don't understand. You don't understand how I feel. It is my sister we are talking about. My sister!
I know. And my sister that finally got married is also my sister.
No, you don't understand. And it is a complete waste of time standing here talking with you. I have to leave to do what is supposed to be done.
But Your Highness,
your market always this busy and rowdy.
Well, it wouldn't be a market if it was not. Market days are always busy. I mean, Eke, Ori, Afo, Unko. But these days, people tend to be in the markets more than their respective homes.
Oh, because of the Ilomo, I suppose.
Yes, because of Ilom. People have to gather many items as they could that will last them for 4 days.
Oh, now I get it. That's a good one. Where are my guards?
Well, maybe the girls took them to look around.
I told them that.
Are you scared?
Scared of who? No, I am not.
But you look afraid. You look like you're afraid.
I'm not.
Well, I would not blame you if you're scared. But be rest assured that the people of Akachi do not attack you guys.
Neither do we.
Come on. Don't be scared.
It's so strong. It's can repair. It's can repeat the power.
What?
Looks like it might rain.
That is all. It's not supposed to rain until midnight.
Does it mean something is wrong?
I don't know. Since I was a child, it has never rained or threatened to. Not on the day the master first beginning of Ilum. If it has to rain, then it must stop before dawn. Let us go before the strange wind sets in full rage. What is wrong? What are you doing? Do you want to kill me? If you want to kill me, then go ahead. Why are you still hesitating?
The prince is here by the order of the king, and as far as I'm concerned, I think he's protected by the power of the king.
I am not talking of the prince. I am talking of the princess. Something is wrong with her, and I think you should talk to the king.
The princess has not reported anything yet, and as long as she has not reported anything, I believe nobody should go about disturbing the king.
I said you should get our things together. Do you want me to kill you in a foreign land? Why are you disobeying my order?
Who am I to disobey you, my prince? We are here with you to guard you. And
what did I hear you say?
I guess I'll leave you two to talk.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
You can't leave.
You think you can stop me?
Why did you want to kill me? The giant gong is the first warning. You cannot leave.
I am that deadly warrior from Abadan. I don't know why I keep leaving you. As long as I remain here in your father's palace, I don't want to see your face again. Get out! Out!
Why are you running? Guilt? Or because you couldn't achieve your aim?
I did not hurt her.
You tried. Your Highness, what is wrong with you?
Listen to me, Ogudike. You may be my friend, advisor, and the head of guards, but that does not give you the right to talk to me like that.
I know. Omar's brother. That is right. I am standing here not just as your friend, not just as the head of guards, but as Omar's brother. And I am saying it's time you let go.
I let go?
It's been 3 years.
And you think time is enough to dictate to me what to do for her?
Right now, I am telling you what you should do for her. You weren't the only one who lost someone that day. You lost a lover. We lost a daughter. A sister. A friend. Cousin. We all loved her. But we must learn to let go. How do you think my sister will feel watching you halt around like this? To an extent of hurting an innocent girl. Do you think she will be happy watching you hurt like this? Or do you think she will be happy you avenged her death and put both kingdoms in chaos?
What do I do, Ogudike? Tell me what to do. Each time I think of what they did to her, it rips my heart off my chest. I hear her cry in my head, begging for a chance to live. And that cry reads vengeance to my devastated heart.
You must let go. That is what you should do for her. Only then will she rest in peace, Chikwerem. I cannot pretend not to know what you are going through. It's hard, I know, but you must move on. Take a step away from my sister's shadow. Stop hurting. Stop living in pains. That is what my sister wishes for. If you really love her, you do this for her.
I would die for you. It's all about sacrifice.
Why are you doing this? Why are you molesting your queen? Who is this woman? Ihoma, please, tell the king not to throw me out. I am sorry the way I treated you.
Okay.
You are my sister.
Okay, go. You think your sins will never find you? The day of justice is here. My son, the same child you tried your best to kill, lives. And now he's the king. You may be my sister, but I'm sorry, I cannot save you on this one. You are the physical embodiment of evil. And from what I believe you know, evil and good are like two lines that can never meet. Guards, take this woman away from here.
I'm your sister. Ihoma, I'm your sister. Ihoma, you're my sister. What kind of dream is this? Is Ihuoma alive? How is that possible? The son died and was thrown into the evil forest. After she died, did he survive?
Today is a sacred day of Ilomo. I urge the gods to open our air so that our ancestors can get to us. The king will lead his elders in prayers, bearing the offer of Akachi. Let his prayers be heard. Let this Ilomo be a blessing, like always.
Your Majesty, I can't help but notice the worry on your face. Is everything alright?
Waima,
Your Majesty.
do you believe in destiny?
Why do you ask, Your Majesty?
Everybody believes in destiny, but I don't. It can't happen.
You sound so strange, Your Majesty. Did something happen?
Waima, what if you find out that he lives?
Who lives?
Ihuoma's son.
He lives? That is impossible. Your Majesty, he died at delivery. I was there. I confirmed it.
Did you see him with your own eyes?
I didn't exactly see the dead child. But Ngoli, the head nurse, confirmed it. And you know it is forbidden for any father in Akachi to set eyes on a stillborn infant, not to talk of the one that killed his mother. Besides, there is no way I could have gone in to double check.
That means that His Majesty doesn't know that he lives.
Where is all this coming from, Your Majesty? I strongly doubt that the prince from Ihuoma breathed still today. He was thrown into the evil forest, you remember?
It's also possible that that which was thrown into that evil forest was an empty cloth. The child was not there.
But why didn't the Ezemo say something concerning that?
I don't know.
He only performed the necessary rites for the passage of the child.
I don't know. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what happened. But he wouldn't be so lucky the second time.
Your Majesty, do you know where he lives? What are you going to do?
I don't know where the bastard lives, but I'm going to find out before any other person does, and do what I was supposed to do 25 years ago.
Let me believe that what you are saying is the true position of the whole thing. That he lives somewhere. But there is nothing we can do till the end of Ilomo Festival.
I forgot. We have to do something fast before any other person does.
You do not get tired, do you?
Your prince is a guest. How do I get tired of taking care of a guest?
Even after I hurt you?
It was just a joke.
I see you bear it with so much courage and wisdom. That's good.
He has not always been like this, has he? What changed?
My sister.
What about your sister?
He and my sister were lovers.
Really?
Yes. They loved themselves so much. The first time I ever saw my sister happy and contented was when she was with the prince. They loved themselves so much. It was great watching them. The two most important people in my life, madly in love.
Your sister must be very lucky. Tell me what happened. The Igwe said that they could not proceed with their love.
Far from that. The Igwe and everyone in the kingdom were with them. There was already an introduction and the wine carrying was fixed. A week before the named date, my sister was ambushed on her way back from the stream and was raped. When we got there, she was almost lifeless. But somehow, the gods managed to keep her alive. When she regained her consciousness, she narrated a story and the whole kingdom went wild. The king gave an order that the men behind this evil act must be brought to justice. When all this went on, my sister was losing her sanity. She called off the marriage. She saw herself unfit to marry the prince. The prince did not care. He loved her so much that he paid deaf ears to whatever people said. He was ready to go on with the marriage.
And what happened? He developed cold feet during the last minute? Tell me, wasn't that what happened?
No. He loved her so much, he won't abandon the one he loved. He was ready to marry her. But when he finally arrived with his people, my sister's corpse met their royal presence.
What? What happened?
She killed herself. The pains, humiliation, injustice, all of it, they were too much for her to handle. So she slit her hand and emptied the blood on the floor of her hut. Prince Chikere lost it then. He cried and mourned her. It was 5 days after her death that warriors of our land returned to the palace with 3 men as perpetrators of this evil act.
And let me guess, they were men from Akachi.
One of them was. The other 2 were from Umuokala. In rage and agony, while the king was here to pronounce judgment on them, Prince Chikere did.
Tell me, how did he condemn them? Did he set them ablaze? Did he kill them by stoning them to death? What did he do?
By the sword. Right in front of the Igwe and the entire council of elders. He is so good when it comes to using deadly weapons.
I know that already. All traits of a brutal warrior are registered in his intimidating physique.
But the Igwe locked him up for his actions. He is a warrior, quite right, but does not have the right to kill these men before the Igwe could even pronounce punishment on them. But then...
Let me guess. West were sent to respective kingdoms while Abodani prepared to go to war?
That's a good one. Well, we didn't actually get what we expected. We rather got condolences, apologies. We got thousands of them, to a point where the king had to call upon the war. Why risk kingdoms for an atrocity 3 evil men caused?
No. But that did not mend the priest's heart.
As it has become obvious, it did not.
So immediately he got this marriage proposal. He devised a means to hurt the people of Akachi the same way they have hurt him.
Good logic. But, princess, let me apologize on behalf of the prince for...
Ogudike, the prince has not done anything to me. I bear no grudges against him from the bottom of my heart. If there is anything that I want for the prince, I want him to be happy again. I want this pain to leave him.
You're doing this on purpose, right?
Why do you say so?
I don't want to see your face.
And who do you think should be saying that to the other? You tried to kill me.
That's why I am telling you to not ever show your face to me again.
Is that guilt I hear from your voice?
I don't feel guilt. And I do not regret not doing what I wanted to do. The only regret I have is not being able to do it when I had the opportunity.
I will not say that I do not understand the level of pain you are going through because of Oma. But I do know that this pain, this misery which you're dwelling in isn't what she wanted for you.
Shut up. You don't know her. You don't know what she'd want for me.
I might not know her, but I am a woman. I am telling you what any woman would want and wish for her man. Hurting yourself, Chukwere. I mean, she loved you. Closing up for the happiness that comes your way would not make her happy. It would trouble her more. I am really sorry for your loss, Your Highness. I am so sorry. Enjoy your meal.
The Ilomo festival is here. It has come upon us once again. The Ilomo festival is a memorial day where we remember not just our fallen heroes, but our lost beloved ones who are no longer in this world with us.
Certainly, that's true.
During this Ilomo festival, we appease the souls and seek the protection of all these our lost ones, because they have now become spirits and ancestors.
Exactly, that's true.
May they continue to look out for us, the living, and stop any plans of our enemies from manifesting in our various families and in our kingdom in general. I hereby declare the Ilomo festival open and enjoin everyone to go back to their homes and begin to make merry. Please, do not get drunk. I open it in the name of Eke.
Ise.
Ise. Ise. Ori. Ise. Ikedi.
Ise.
Your Majesty, why are you crying more than the bereaved? It's my son we are talking about here.
Yes, agreed. It is your son we are talking about here, and equally the prince of my land.
The very one we have presented before the ancestors of Abadan as the heir apparent to the throne.
So I should be bothered. How come he went into an enemy territory and remained there for weeks? So tell me, what is going on?
Nothing is going on. I can confirm to you that he is alive and that he is doing remarkably well in that land.
Your Majesty, I am not going to ask you how come you sit down here and then be able to know what is happening in another land. Of course, you are the king. You possess the powers, so you can invoke any of the powers at will and hear whatever you want to hear.
Then why are you bothered about my son? The powers of Abadan are superior to many things.
Yes, yes, I know.
He went into that land as you knew, to see the princess and decide if she could take the place of Oma in his life.
Oh, and such a decision will take him like a whole lifetime? Unyeze, I am not comfortable that Chikwere went into an enemy territory and remained there for weeks, eating their food, drinking their water, and probably enjoying their women. All these things put together could definitely water down the Anunwebe in him, thereby bringing him to ordinary level, bringing him to the level of nobody. That is why I'm after this.
Then Akachi would have permanently shut down the permanent peace the visit of my son is meant to trigger.
I need to know the easy. But the princess in question, I'm told, is a woman of outstanding class and character. Let us give them benefit of the doubt.
I am looking for the prince. I cannot find him. Where is he?
He was here with me a while ago.
And he left? To where?
I don't know. But I can help you find him if you need him badly.
There is no...
You think you can just come into this kingdom and fool around? Idiot. Do you know where you are?
I have managed to stop the bleeding, but he is still unconscious.
Yes, but will he be alright?
Your Majesty, I don't know. I have done the best I could.
What do you mean by you have done the best you could? You are the royal physician, and you were well examined before you were given that position. If you were not, you wouldn't be here. So don't just stand there and give me stupid answers. He is my guest here, and on my advice for him to get used to my daughter. So I ask you, is he going to survive this? Or should I call in other healers from other lands?
Your Majesty, the wound is quite deep. I have already managed to stop the bleeding and closed up the wounds. I have also given him medicine that will stop the pains inside. We just have to wait till tomorrow and see how he responds to treatment.
Chukwu Okike, do not allow this happen. Don't let the prince die here. It will be devastating, Chukwu Okike. And we don't want that.
Nothing will happen to him, my son.
How could you? How could you do that? How could you be the one that will go and stab the prince of another land? How?
What has come over you, Obiora? How could you do such a thing? How could you have such heart? You couldn't hurt a fly, but now you hurt a prince. Do you know what this action of yours could cost our land?
It is all your fault, Akum. It is all your fault. You pampered him so much that he has lost his senses. His brothers will be in the farm, but you will have him at home doing one stupid thing or the other. Look at how he has come out today.
Nai, I pampered him, but never did I teach him how to hurt his fellow human beings.
I was just trying to secure my ground. He was going to, his plan is to take the princess away from me. And I'm not going to allow him to do that. Shut your mouth, you stupid boy. I told you, the princess and yourself can never be one. But you wouldn't listen. Oh, I will not let him have the princess. I will not. Say the right thing. Oh, Papa, but I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Do something, do something.
Do something, please. I don't want to lose my son, please.
You have to go to your maternal home. If they ask you if all is well, tell them yes. Do not say any other thing. Papa, but Mbadinugu is very far. It's a far journey. Look at this stupid boy. I am trying to save your life, and you are talking about the distance. Now leave.
Please, do what your father has said. Please, go, please.
The order from the king. We need to bring your son down.
The stupid idiot is not at home. I came home. Immediately I heard the atrocity he committed. But I made the house empty. As you can see, my wife is crying.
Sorry, Elder in Council, but you have to tell us where you sent your son.
What impudent! I am an Iche. I am not a liar. In fact, I will go and see the king myself. Akum, take care of the house. Look after the girls. Nothing will happen to me, nor your son, the prince of Agbadani.
Good night.
You made me do it.
I heard clearly, Obiora. Why then did I get a slap from my big sister?
Oh, please, Ogona. Don't you dare call me sister, you despicable human being. You put him up to it, didn't you? Yes, Obiora had the knife, but you were the one that pushed it in. Ogona, how could you be so wicked? What on earth did Prince Chikore ever do to you to deserve this?
And you ask because you don't know?
And you think by doing this that you would have me? Ogona, this would never happen. There would never be us. This will never ever happen.
You think it is impossible. But the truth is this.
father will soon pass away and I will take over. And I will change everything to suit us. I will change the customs and tradition of this land. And there won't be abomination anymore.
Ogona, you have gone crazy. You are mad! Can you hear yourself talk? You are willing to jeopardize the whole kingdom just to have me your sister?
There is no kingdom without you. For you, Kasimobi, is that light that brightens my world. Look at you. You are an angel. And you are worth the lives of every single soul in Agaji. Yes.
I warned you, didn't I? I told you that if he dies, I will crucify you. Oh, Gona, you will not just lose the throne, you will lose life itself. You may be the prince, but I am the princess. I had the heir of royalty for 2 years before your wicked soul was conceived. Oh, Gona, I will haunt you. I will haunt you with the brutality of a wounded Amazon. Watch out for me.
I will soon take over, and you will be mine for life.
Tell me what I heard is not true.
I love her.
A slap? On this same side? What is wrong with all of you?
Are you sick in the head? She is your sister! My daughter!
I know, mother!
No, you don't! If you do, you wouldn't have done what you just did! What? How could you develop such affection for your own sister and let alone show it? How?
Mother, I know it is wrong. But I also know that I will soon be the Igwe. And then I'll make some amendments.
You can amend laws, rules and regulations made by men, not the customs and traditions that are heading down. You cannot amend our traditional models, for they are rooted in our traditional religion. They have been there before your father was conceived. Do you even have an idea of what she just did? Atrocity! Abomination that could ruin this family and wipe away the entire kingdom from the surface of the earth! How could you?
I am standing here listening to you because I respect you as my mother. And that is why you slap me and go scot-free, just as you did. I love both of you. Yes, I cannot have you, but I can have her.
Shut up! Ugonne, shut up! Oh, this boy. I will find a solution. This boy is not sane. We'll find a solution.
Whatever solution you are going to find is not for me. I know what I want. And I have it. What is wrong with all of you?
As I said earlier, I apologize on behalf of my mother. I do not have words, Nai. I cannot say this came to me as a surprise. She said it, but I warned her to stay away from my wife and I. Finally, she chose an important day in our history to send my wife away. Please, Biko, forgive me. I just want my wife back. Please.
I have heard you, my son. But I must tell you that I am not happy at all. I am not happy the way Elechi treated my daughter. If she was her daughter, would she be happy seeing another person
treat her daughter that way? Huh? You're right, Nai. You're very correct. No one can dispute this fact that you're presenting. That is why I'm saying that it will never happen again, Nai. I just want my wife back. We'll have a new beginning. My mother will be out of the picture. Believe me, Nai.
No. Your mother already made it clear that your family does not have any respect for the gods.
No, Nai. No. Nai, I have respect for the gods. Nai, I do have respect for the gods. I just told you I was before the gods when my mother drove my wife away. If I don't have respect for the gods, then why would I go before them and I check now? I have respect for the gods. I do.
One more thing. My wife said it before she left. That the inability of your wife to conceive is not from my daughter, but is with your family.
Yes, Nai. Yes. Your wife said that, but Nai, I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm going to end this meeting here and now. You will not see her. In fact, she will never return to you until your mother becomes another woman or a totally changed woman.
Naya, I will not see my wife.
Yes.
I refuse to judge you for the attempt you made on my life. I understand it was the power of love. Love can make one kill. You are a good man, Chikwere, and you do not deserve to die. It has been confirmed that he stabbed you with a poisoned dagger. But I will never let it kill you. I understand that your destiny has not been fulfilled yet. I will never let that poison dagger cut your destiny short.
You say... This is not good. This is the handiwork of my enemies. If this young man dies in my land, it could lead to war. The same war elders in council had wanted to avoid. How do I solve this problem? How am I going to solve this problem? How? This is the third day that young man has been like that. What is going on?
Your Majesty, I do not know where they got that poison that was applied on that knife. The pain had stopped, but the blood is hugely contaminated by that poison. Honestly speaking, Your Majesty, I do not think he will survive for another day.
It had better not be. I have the chance to seal a peace deal with the people of Abadani. I don't want to miss this opportunity.
You're sounding as if this is the first time brutal people is stabbing somebody with a poisoned knife. You're making this sound like a strange situation.
Sincerely, it looks like a strange situation, just like what you have said. Your Majesty, I am doing my best, but his body keeps getting weaker and weaker by the day. His health keeps deteriorating. Honestly speaking, Your Majesty, with the way things are going, I cannot promise you anything good.
Hey.
Your Majesty, if you will excuse me, I beg to have my leave.
Hey!
Hey!
The gods have no solution for this situation.
What?
Ezemo, What do you mean the gods have no solution for us? If they cannot save us in this predicament, why are they our gods?
A tongue that speaks ill of the gods is the first victim of the sword. Watch your tongue.
Ezemo, he did not mean it the wrong way. He only expresses concern. We are all worried.
Ezemo, the gods promised us no more war. And they were very pleased when we raised the issue of royal alliance with other kingdoms. And now, the Prince of Abadani Kingdom lies in my palace, stabbed and dying. And they don't want to give us any solution to that. Do they plan to let the young man die here?
Your Majesty, things hidden from man cannot be hidden from the gods. This is a trial of love, trust, and loyalty.
I don't understand you. The prince of another land lies dying there in my palace, and you say that this is the test of love, trust, and loyalty. How is that?
A lot happened in your palace that you do not know about.
Izemo, this is not the issue at hand. Talk to the gods. Let them do something for us.
You cannot prevent what is to come, so as you cannot prevent destiny from coming to pass.
Izemo, my kingdom is going to be under siege. I want you to talk to the gods. Let them do something.
My father is right. The gods have to do something. That man must not die.
Obiora is far, far away from here.
I need you to swear on all the charms in this cell of charm that he will never come back to Akachi Kingdom.
I don't get you. Why do you want me to swear on strange charms? Why?
It means you're not ready. I can release you from here. You know I can talk to the king. I want Obiora dead.
You want Obiora dead? Do you realize you are talking about my son?
Ichidika, we had a deal. When my son Ugonna becomes the king, he will make you his Ono. And if that your criminal son lives, he will confess. And that confession will jeopardize our plans. He must die, and you will be the one to kill him.
Lolo, why are you luring me deeper and deeper into more atrocities? Why?
Ichideka, it is not atrocity. It is what we have to do to be relevant. Are you ready?
Nai, I am surprised you came here to look for me.
I am a man who goes out of his way to do anything, as long as it is right.
That is true. That is true. I know that already. So how are you and everybody?
Oh, we're all fine, And how are you holding up here?
I am better. Yes, I am better here now.
I see. Does that mean you are not going back home?
No, I am not living here without my wife. She knows how she threw her out. She should go and get her back. Otherwise, I'm not leaving this place.
Alright. That is the reason I'm here.
Nai, before you came, I was preparing to go check my traps.
Alright. You have to go back home. Your mother wants to speak with you.
Chukwuolisa, what have I done? What wrong have I committed that I will be punished like this? First, it was a stranger, the heir apparent to the throne of Abadani Kingdom, lies half dead in my guest quarter, full of pains, blood, tears, agony, and the fear of war crawls into my land. And then now, my daughter suddenly gets missing. No one seems to know her whereabouts. What have I done, Chukwuolisa? What have I done?
Your Majesty, the evil young man that stabbed the royal guest has been arrested. Should you bring him here for questioning? I'm sure he might know one or two things that might be of help.
Exactly my sentiment. Obiago could have helped us with some information.
That would not be necessary. That fool doesn't know anything.
So what do we do, Your Majesty? We cannot stand here and do nothing about the princess.
Yes.
That is where you elders come in.
Okay.
I want you to go into the entire kingdom and explore all the powers at your disposal. Call other elders to join you. The princess must be found.
They have arrested the fool. He was escaping for his maternal home when the warriors apprehended him.
This is not good. It's not good at all. Where is he now?
Well, already held up in the cell of charms.
My queen, please, you must ensure that Ichirika remains quiet. If he says anything, we're in trouble. It's okay. I will handle it.
But, Mother, how are you going to handle it? Because right now, I am confused.
Son, don't worry. I will handle it.
Show your face. I need this water from Onungene to save a man who is at the verge of death. You believe that I cannot have it. Show your face and let us negotiate. Show your face.
Hello, pretty princess of Akachi.
It is very clear that you are a higher creature than I am. There won't be any need asking you how you know. But please, I need this water. It is very important to me.
I am Ugebe, the keeper of Onugene. The water you see can heal anything.
I know. And that is why I am here. Please, can I live with the water before his whole blood is wholly contaminated and he dies?
I know how desperately you need this water. But the truth is, you cannot have the water from Obiago.
I know I can't have the water without a price. What is the price then?
You are so filthy, princess. So dirty and so disgusting that even dogs can't feast on your flesh. Why have you done this? Why did you soil the land like this? Why, princess?
Since you see and know everything, then making an excuse for my mistake wouldn't make me a less sinner, will it? I have committed an abomination. A crime punishable by death. It all happened when I was much younger. But no one has to suffer for my mistakes, please. Ever since I came back to my senses, it has never happened again. Please, I beg of you. Let me take the water. No one has to suffer for my mistakes apart from me. There should be no wars. If you can do this for me, I promise to appreciate you forever.
Who do you represent? The princess who has a duty to save her kingdom? Or the woman Kasimobi, who is madly in love with the prince of Agbadani? Both. This is rare. So tell me, princess, who do you bargain for? Your father? No. You love that man so much. And you are his light. Maybe your mother. Yes. Her. She hates you. She hates you ever since you turned out to be a girl instead of the boy that she was looking for. No matter how much she hates you, and both of you bicker, I know you still love her. And I know you're not ready to give her up for any reason. What of Prince Ugona? Yes. Prince Ugona it is then. He has been so unfair and brutal to you. All in the name of love. Prince Ugona it is then.
I know you never saw this coming. A life for a life. My life for Prince Chikoris.
What?
Yes.
You mean you would give your life for a man you love?
My life was already over before it started. Prince Chikore and I were never meant to be together. He had another woman in his heart and he would not let another in. So mine has always been one-sided love.
Very well then. Help yourself, princess. Go! Go, princess. Go! If you are lucky enough, you will meet him alive. Run!
Listen, Mechi, you occupy a very important position in the life of my daughter. And that is why I have always allowed her to go to you anytime she desires. Do not capitalize on my leniency to barge into my presence anyhow. What do you want?
Igwe, I'm sorry.
Forgive me, Igwe.
Look, I deserve to die, Igwe. Forgive me.
Why?
Igwe, I heard the princess has gone missing.
Exactly. And that's why I have sent the elders all over the place to look for her. Do you by any chance know where she is?
I think she must have gone there.
Gone where?
Onungene.
What? Oh. Onungene, you told my daughter about
Igwe, she wants to know. She sought for solution, Igwe.
And the only solution you could offer her was Onungene?
Igwe, I only said it for saying sake. I never knew she would even want to take it seriously and go there herself, Igwe.
Guys,
forgive me.
Go and get me the elders.
Princess. Princess. Homura. Yes. What are you doing here?
I should be asking you that question, what you're doing here.
I need to get this to the palace, but I am very tired.
What is this?
This is the water from Please, take it to the palace. It will heal the prince.
But I cannot leave you here.
I am coming behind you. Just go.
Are you sure?
Go! Go, run! Go, I am coming behind you.
Sure you'll be fine.
Your Majesty, he is still alive. I don't know what else to say.
Tell us that he will not die. Tell us that he will be alive. Tell us that he will be well soon.
Your Majesty, I don't know what to say anymore. This has gone beyond me now. He will be gone by evening.
What?
No, Your Majesty, I am even surprised he's still alive.
He will live! He will live!
What is this?
Water from Onungene. The princess gave it to me. Where is she? Where is my daughter? Where's my daughter? Thank you God you are okay.
Father.
Thank you God you are okay.
Father, I am sorry.
Oh, you don't have anything to apologize for. You did great.
Princess!
You did well. I'm glad you're okay.
Oh!
What was the bargain? What was the bargain?
I thank the gods you are alive. Oh! I had my tongue in my stomach!
Adam, answer me. What was the bargain? Take her to her hut.
Father, what happened?
I don't know. It's obvious that she gave her life as a bargain for that of the prince.
What?
Take her to her hut.
Yes, Your Highness.
I take very good care of her.
The blessed water of Onungene, that sacred altars of our forefathers, where Ugegbe is the priestess, can heal all things.
Then why is he not upon his feet already? Does it mean the princess lied? Does it mean the water we just administered upon him is not the blessed water?
I don't think so. There is nobody who will claim to have the water, knowing full well he or she is with the wrong water. So, we have to wait for the healing.
Why would you do such a thing? Go all the way to Onungene without telling me. Why? Huh?
I bring you good news, Your Majesty.
What good news?
The sacred water has revived the visiting prince. The royal physician just led him out of the room.
Oh, that's good news indeed. I'll be with them soon. I need to figure out what to do with my daughter.
Okay, Your Majesty.
I am here as a caring son known by all. Uncle, you insisted I should come back home.
Yes.
And finally, I am here. Now when nobody is saying anything. What is this?
It is a symbol she created in love, right from the moment you came out. She gave it to the woman who brought you to safety. I feel it is time. You have to know about it.
What is she talking about?
Son, I will present it like the son of Akachi Kingdom. Son, you are not our blood. You are not.
What did she just say?
What he said is right. But it changes nothing though. Because you are my son. And you always be my son. But the truth is that I am not your mother.
Is that a joke or something?
You look me to my face and you tell me that you are not my mother. If you are not my mother, whose son am I then?
Son, you see, the king had a concubine he loved. Now, this concubine, a direct sister to the queen, got pregnant at the same time when the queen was pregnant. Now, a prophecy came out that that concubine will bear the heir to the throne because she will give birth to a son and then the queen a girl. Do you understand now?
How am I connected to the story? I do not have any business with the king and his family.
You do, my son. You do. You see, now, that infant was smuggled out to safety. And then they told the king he died. You understand? Now, that concubine was Ihioma and that infant son is you.
This does not make sense. This does not make any sense. I am my father's son. Why did you not tell me? You know all these years that I was not your son and you did not tell me. Why did you keep me in the dark all this while?
I was going to tell you.
When? When I am dead?
No. Son, don't say that. May God forbid you die young. I knew you weren't, but I never knew you were a real blood. I was scared to lose you. I was with a child for many years in marriage. So when you came along, I held you tight. But I made promise to your father that before your marriage, I will let you know the truth. But I couldn't just go through it. I couldn't.
This has always been the reason why you have been married for 4 years without a child. Because no royal blood is given birth to outside the royal home. It's never done.
Uncle, are you telling me that my wife's inability to conceive of a child for me is the doing of the gods? Because I am a prince, I cannot give birth outside the palace. My mother-in-law was correct. She said whatever was happening to my wife and I was from my family.
I am going to break this silence We are not here for staring contest. We have waited for him enough. I have come here with my king to ask just one question. Where is our prince? The problem is that there is a situation. But we thank the gods that our enemies did not succeed.
I don't know what you are saying. I sent my son to you in good faith, in line with our agreement. I have information already that something has gone wrong with my son. Are you confirming it?
I have already been informed on what I must do. The truth is that the fool who perpetrated this evil acted alone. He's now in our custody. I will bring him and everyone as instructed. Then, and only then, will he explain to us why he did what he did.
I didn't want to be part of this meeting. Everyone close to me knows that there are peculiar things I like in a man. And that visitor from Agbadani does not possess any of such qualities.
Will you shut up, Ugonna? You didn't want to be part of this meeting. But I finally summoned you to be part of it. Because there are weighty allegations against you that you need to defend yourself. Now you are present. You defend yourself.
What allegations?
This man here stabbed the prince of Agbadani just because he was promised the princess.
What are you talking about?
Are you going to sacrifice the innocent man?
What do you mean?
You know exactly what SMO is talking about. And why are you talking back at him?
You? And who are you to talk here?
I may not know a lot, but I know of the death you planned and how you intend to cover it.
Young man, do you understand that you are talking to the prince? The prince of this land? How dare you accuse him with such hefty accusations?
With due respect, Your Majesty, your son is the face behind the mouth. Everyone sees Obiago as the one that stabbed the prince. But it was your son who stabbed the prince.
What nonsense! Seize him! Arrest him!
I am the king here. And this is my court. Let him speak.
Your Majesty, he is accusing our son. Are you going to sit and listen?
Let him make his claim. And then the prince will defend himself. Go ahead, my son. Defend yourself.
Your Majesty, he promised me the princess if I join him in creating new and better kingdom where we will trample on our enemies.
And what does that mean?
The actual target was you, Your Majesty. The plan was I kill Prince Chikwere. And the two kingdoms go into war. Prince Ugonna will compromise you to be killed the first day. Then he will become the Igwe. And then he will put things right. But the smuggling is something that was not part of the original deal. He will not let me to have the princess. Because he is lusting after her. He wants to make the princess his wife.
Eh?
What nonsense are you talking about? Is it not obvious? Is it not obvious that all he's saying are lies? I swear on the offer of our king and on the Abadi of Abadani kingdom. I am not lying here, Your Majesty. Prince Ugonna will not let anybody have Princess Kasiemobi because he wants to marry her.
You heard him. Can you defend yourself?
Does it matter? Does it really matter if it is true or not?
Hey,
abomination.
Right up.
Abomination.
I love her. I have always loved her.
Abomination. Can you listen to yourself talk? You love your own sister?
No.
To the extent that you want to keep her for yourself?
No. She's not my sister. Because I am not your son either.
Ugonna!
I don't see anything wrong in that.
Have you gone crazy? What are you talking about?
You think I'm stupid, right? You think I'm stupid or something? You are not my mother.
Hey.
I am not your flesh and blood. And I don't see any abomination in wanting to marry the princess.
Wait a minute.
The woman I...
Wait a minute. What is going on here? Can someone tell me what is going on here?
Maybe you should ask your trust and worthy attendant. She will have some explanations to make.
It is true, Your Majesty. He is not your son. And he was never your son.
Why, ma?
He was just a baby and he was dying. I was only trying to help Ichidi save his son. Only the royal family has a wizard as their physician. And Ichidika's son needed help. He told me.
In bed?
Yes, in bed. I was having an affair with him. But I knew if I refused to help him, I would lose him. So I switched the babies so the royal physician could treat him. But unfortunately, the illness lasted for 3 years. We are no longer infants, and they looked very different. How was I supposed? Ichidikana advised me to let it be. Let his son live as the prince, and the prince his son. But he had other plans. He went and told the prince the truth. And the prince threatened that I should forever remain silent or I lose my life.
You mean this thing is what I carried in my womb for 9 good months?
Yes. He is your son. I am sorry. I was blinded by my love for Ichidika. Please forgive me. Please. Please.
Was that why you didn't resist? Because you knew he wasn't your son?
You are so right. What father will sell the life of his son for the position of Onowu?
You took the deal. You accepted the deal. In a bid to get rid of the real prince. And put your imposter son on the throne. Not only for any position, but the highest position. The father of the king.
You are right. But I don't know how he cheated death.
The assassin was generous with the information. He told me everything I needed to know. And the things you've done and the ones you are still planning to do.
Obiago, I need detailed explanation about this. What have you done? And what are you planning to do?
Wait! I will tell you.
Ngoli. Who is she?
The head nurse that waited on Ihoma when she was in labor.
Ngoli. What do you have to tell me? Tell me all you know.
I know that Lolo and Ichedika plan to get rid of Ihuoma's child once he's born.
Mwakego, are you going to hate me forever? You are my sister. You regard me as your sister, and you went ahead to sleep with my husband. What kind of a sister are you? How is what explain to you? How is what explain to you that he came for me? He wanted to go into history as the only king that got married to two sisters. That was what happened. And you readily made yourself available for such a useless history. Because you wanted to share my home with me. You want to be the king's wife. You want to be called queen. I can't. I can't share your home with you. You're the first wife. And you remain the first. Oh, spare me that. The seer already told the king you bear him a son. While I bear a daughter. Is that why he loves you? That's why he's been pampering you. Okay, good. Nothing has changed. Nothing changed. My son is equally your son. I just want you to know that. And if what the seer says happens to be true, trust me, my son will forever worship you. That's if he lives to see me, because I'll make sure I kill him as soon as he is born. Wakigo, you aren't saying anything. Please, I wish to be left alone.
And so, on the day she delivered, knowing that her son's life was at stake, Ihuoma sent him out in the care of her royal servant, Anoleka. The prince was yet to be washed of the blood of delivery. But his mother sent him out to save his life. Soon after that, Naima arrived in a bid to know the sex of the child. I didn't tell, but I went to His Royal Majesty first. Angelika ended up in the house of late Binta Udemba that night. That child is the same as Omuramaka.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that he is Ihuoma's son? Oh, come on, shut up! Ihuoma is dead. She is gone! My son is the prince, the heir apparent to the throne of Akachi Kingdom. I will not allow a fool sit on the throne of Akachi Kingdom.
Neither will I allow anyone take what rightfully belongs to me.
Hey!
It's mine! I am not going to let that loser that put you in this condition profane. I will make him pay. I will make pay.
No! No! Seize him!
I swear by this of four of the great Akachi kingdom that all of them who conspired against this innocent child that the gods gave me willingly must face the gods. Lolo Nwakego and Ichie Itika must never step foot into this kingdom again.
And importantly, you are going to present a giant ram to the central deity of Akachi. For you are going to present Onwura as your son.
I'm sorry, Zemo. He's not my father. Is this the reason you asked me to wait?
For some reason, I've always known that there was something about you. There was a connection between us. Now I know. You are my son. You are my blood. You are my own.
My prince, don't hate your father for it. Just like every other person that witnessed the revelation here today. He doesn't know about you until now.
I'm going to break the silence right now. It is certain you don't want us to talk about it.
Talk about what?
Your father the king has made it clear that this land is cursed. And he will never allow you to do anything with anybody in this land of abomination. Why do you insist we stay here and continue eating and breathing the air of immorality?
How is she?
How is who? Why are you asking me of somebody when we are in the middle of a serious discussion?
How could she do a thing like that? I can't remember asking her for any favor. Why would she stake her life for this?
Did you not hear the abomination they committed? Why are you still thinking about that kind of woman? If you will listen to me, I will advise you go back to our land. The woman that will replace Oma in your life must be someone who will find in our land. From what I heard already, this land is completely disqualified.
Izemo, what is going on?
It is time, Your Majesty.
I just don't want to hear that. Just do something.
There is nothing.
Of course there's something you can do, Izemo. That's why you are here, Izemo. Do something. The gods have kept quiet for far too long a time. Everything is not working out well in my kingdom anymore. Do something. I know there is something you can do. I know there is a way. Just do it. I don't want to lose my daughter, Izemo. Izemo! Izemo! Izemo!
I don't know exactly what changed in you. are you suddenly holding brief for my son? You were the one insisting he must come back. Now that I decided he must come back from that cursed land, you are now defending him.
I have always been a very objective person, and you know that. And that is why you, the king, have been my friend all these years. I took my time to discuss with your son, the prince. I have reason to believe that they are truly in love.
I beg your pardon? My son is in love with an abominable maiden who already lost her virginity to her own brother? Not to her own brother, my king.
This matter was later streamlined before us.
Yes. Discovered that they are no longer siblings. But at the point they were involved in the evil act, she knew him as her own brother.
Listen, Your Majesty. This maiden in question is the reason our prince is still alive. She wanted to save his life, and she had to offer, in fact she had to sacrifice, risk her own life to save his. How can a king forget such level of sacrifice?
The sacrifice was not for my son. She offered herself to save her land, but she knows what will happen to Akachi if she had not risked herself to give back his life to him.
Oh, are you saying she does not deserve what she saved any longer? Is that what you're saying? Oh, let me ask you, are you aware that your son, our prince, threatened the maiden in question with a dagger?
What are you talking about? What are you saying? Who told you that?
Yes, your son told me in confidence. He wanted to harm her. Of course he did. But then when he fell into trouble, the same maiden risked her own life to save his. She had option of leaving the prince to die. And if the prince had died, my king, he wouldn't have lost just a crown prince of Abadan, but he would have lost a son as well. She saved you from that loss. Now tell me, does she not deserve to have what she saved?
There is a difference between someone that realizes she committed an abomination and withdraws from their act in remorse, and someone who is committing an abomination and refuses to stop. One deserves death while the other deserves to be forgiven. I call you here because as a force obedient to healing, I believe you know what that means. We need to save that maiden. Or do you want her to die?
Why are you asking a question? You know the answer already.
Yes, I know the answer. But considering what I told you already, can she be spared?
What do you want from Onugene?
My ever cheerful Ugebwe, help me by helping her. She saved us from imminent war. She deserves to be forgiven.
I am so sorry, the river chief priest of Akachi. I cannot help in this. The rule of Onugene has been there even before you were born. It is life for a life, Izemo. That is the order of life. If there is only life, then there will not be a balance between the two worlds. Izemo.
As for the balance between the two words, a profane is only conscious of one word, yet ignorant of the next. You know the maiden in question is still tender and was confused.
I see no mistake. I only see determination. She pledged her life for him. I even gave her options, but she refused. Instead, she chose herself.
But you know why she did that? You know exactly why. Why didn't you tell me?
Because I I looked into her heart, she would have made the same choice still. Izemo, do you know why? Because she's not as greedy, self-centered, and insensitive as some people. But it's so unfortunate. If she had offered that useless Obiago that paraded herself as Lolo, I'm very sure you will not be here making this prayer.
I am happy you know that. That is why I said she made a mistake. Please, let us save the child.
That maiden has been defiled to her soul. If only the prince of Agbadani could accept her in her faith, then she will live. That is the only condition. Izemo, you go and talk to the prince.
Unyese, you may believe you were part of the plan for the prince to get married to that maiden. But I have reason to prove you wrong. Yes, this is deeper than what you think. I have consulted practically every authority within this kingdom. And it was confirmed to me that the gods, only the gods, sanctioned the movement which our prince made to Akachi.
I agree with you that the gods sent him to woo and win the heart of the princess, to see if they would marry, and the marriage will bring peace between the two kingdoms.
Why then are you kicking against the prince, now that the prince has won the heart of the princess, to the extent that the princess could lay her own life for him? Why?
I'm already tired of explaining this same thing to you. If you don't want to see it from my point of view, you may as well forget it.
The curse of death hovered around you. Ugegbe confirmed that much to the chief priest. And she said that you will die, and that only the prince of Agbadani will be able to break the curse of death.
I don't know what that means. Is it the one that healed me? He never told me he was a healer.
He is not a healer, but by the gods, he was the one that healed you.
How did he do it?
Well, he never gave up on you. Even after his father had ordered him to stay away from you, he refused. Despite all they had heard, that commitment was what brought your spirit back.
I cannot believe all this happened while I was half dead.
About Ugona and yourself, you did not tell me about it. How come? I'm sure he must have threatened you into that.
Father, please, I do not want to talk about it. I am so sorry.
Oh, my daughter. You don't have to be. I wasn't much of a good father either. And
Father, do not say that. You are a good man. You are the best father in the whole world. I cannot blame my lapses on you. During the time Mother and I bicker, it was Ugonna who was there for me. He was my counselor and my friend. One night it happened. But trust me, Father, I never gave in again. Not until he came back with his threats and
it's okay, my daughter.
I had to give him.
I understand. But I am proud of you. You held him off. That got him pissed off. And then he looked for other alternatives to hold you down. I understand all that. I understand.
Are you okay? I am talking about Mother and everything.
For me to say that I am would be lying through my teeth. I don't know when your mother got that evil. I tried my best to love both sisters equally.
because I wanted to assume that status of a man who married 2 sisters. But I didn't need to get to the extent of involving our children.
Father, it's okay. Stop complaining. Father, it's okay.
Both of you would never get tired of talking to each other. Greetings, Your Highness.
Greetings.
Who would have thought that you're my father's son and my brother? Our meeting was always strange. But now, everything makes a whole lot of sense to me. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you.
So, I guess this is it.
Yes, this is it.
Prince.
Nothing changes. I already told my father that Abadani and Akachi are close allies, and so it shall remain. Make sure you get married to the best man in Akachi, and he better take good care of you, else I'll kill him.
What if I don't even like him, Doctor?
I love you, but I can't be with you. I can't.
Why can't you? You just said nothing changes. Why can't we be together? Is it your guilt?
Be fine.
If only the gods would bless me with a man like him as my husband, then I would become the happiest woman in the whole world.
I'm confused, Your Majesty. I don't know why I have been summoned, my king.
I'm sure you have heard about the revelations that came up. Onra is my son. That son the seer promised me through Ihoma. That same son that they planned to kill. By the gods, he did not die. We have now reconciled as father and son. And I have called you here as the only woman in his life.
I don't know what you want me to do, Your Highness. I heard he's now the new prince, and I'm happy for him.
Chinyere, you are supposed to be a part of this destiny. I have already spoken to your father, and he says you are the only one who has the final say.
Your Majesty, I remain a dedicated wife to my husband.
You remain a dedicated wife until your supposed mother-in-law threw you out. Chinyere, this is a new dawn, and it is your duty to embrace it.
It has been confirmed that your inability to conceive of a child for me is the doing of the God.
How do you mean?
Ora is a prince, and it is never possible for a prince to bear his replacement outside the abode of the king.
Are you alright?
I'm trying to process what I just heard with what I already confirmed.
What are you talking about?
Your Majesty, I'm pregnant. After my mother-in-law threw me out of the house, when I got to our house, I found out I was pregnant.
The main reason you should come back here, that child must be delivered in the abode of the king.
In a period of 3 years, the gods have changed things for you for good. I'm impressed.
You're right, my friend. The only regret I have is that my father waited for my wife to put to bed. He died after... They were my queen. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please be seated. As I was saying, my father died after naming my son after himself. Even though I have become king, I am yet to overcome the grief.
But from the look of things, you'll soon give birth to another one.
Oh, my prince, you're making me shy.
Don't be shy, my dear, for you're already a queen. Queens are not intimidated. And a queen, you will remain forever. You're an excellent one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Correct. My wonderful guest, Kola, is here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But as it is said, the one who presents the cola is the one who should bless it.
You're right. Very correct.
That is my beautiful queen. A true queen that my brother got married to.
My princess.
You know, I always bless the gods for giving me a beautiful sister-in-law like you.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty. My princess.
Yes, my dear.
The king has asked me to bring you.
Why didn't the king send one of his guards? Why bother a pregnant woman like you?
Come, let's go, my dear. I'm not complaining.
If you say so, I shouldn't be keeping you waiting.
Okay, come here.
I was the one who sent for you. We had to send the pregnant woman so that the blessing following her will follow you.
I am confused. What are you saying?
Apart from us stopping us, is there any other thing stopping us?
You are talking in parables.
My father gave me this, and he asked me to give it to the next queen of Abadan.
What?
That is why we came here, my queen. After I talked with my father the night before he passed on, he made me realize that love doesn't happen only once in one's life. But that when it happens, we should grab it with both hands. I made a mistake the first time by walking out on you, which I shouldn't. happened to me twice before. The first time, I lost it to the cold hands of death. I let the second slip away. Love is happening to me this time, and I am never letting go again.
You have my full blessings on this. I'm sure our father will be smiling from wherever he is right now. Seal this love. Seal the peace of our kingdoms. And let us live the remaining days of our life in peace and happiness.
I tried to live like it did not happen. But it did not work. You are my destiny. And I will marry you over and over again.